I'm sure this one's gonna piss a lot of people off today. It seems like anytime I do camera stuff, it just like, I know people are gonna be upset about it. But this one's a pretty important one to me because this has helped me out so much in this last year with creating content. Today, I would like to go over my personal favorite, like compact run and gun vlogging setup. And honestly, I think this one is really hard to compete with. And yeah, it's a Sony camera. So what? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another vlog. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be shooting and talking about the Sony a6600. In my opinion, one of the highest quality, best options for like a good compact run and gun shooter side camera. First and foremost, I would like to point out at the time of making this video, this camera still is like $1,400, which makes it a little tough to kind of like justify getting this. I mean, that's for the camera body alone, not even the lens. That's an expensive camera. For what I do, it was worth it. But for some people out there that are just trying to make some YouTube content, is it really worth it? For some of the things that we're gonna talk about today, I would say that if you wanna go a more affordable route, some of the options that are gonna be huge talking points as to why this is a great run and gun camera are also available on two other cameras. The Sony a6400, which is coming in at right around $1,000 currently right now, and the Sony a6100, which is coming in at right around $750. Now take in mind there's gonna be huge like pros and cons to the differences of these cameras, but as a whole, to the point of today's video, which is just run and gun vlogging setup. These all three are amazing cameras depending on your budget. Also, while reminding people the point of the video, I am not trying to compare this to a $2,000-$3,000 high-end full frame camera today. I'm not here to tell you and argue with you that the Sony a6600 is the best quality camera in the entire market that exists. It's the best camera out there that's ever made. So before all the haters come out of the woodwork, I just wanted to make that very clear. Best run and gun vlogging setup. And there are multiple factors that go into that. Also, real quick, I just want to mention, this is not some tech spec video. If you guys want to see what's in this camera, go check out the information on it. Go watch another video that explains the ins and out of this Sony a6600 camera that we're talking about today. We're talking about a vlogging situation here and why I like it, the things that make it nice to me. Basic specs, 4K, can shoot 120 FPS, 1080, stabilized camera, beautiful, it's an awesome camera. First and foremost, this thing is super lightweight. The point of run and gun means being able to be on the go with little to no issues with that, to be able to be out and about and get your shot by getting your shot the best way possible for you. Not missing out on any action, not being inconvenienced by what you are using. Run and gun capturing, being on the go. I've said it so many times already in this video, but I want people to be very clear, that's what I'm talking about today. And the fact that right now I can just hold it up and it looks stabilized, it's creating a very good picture, it's not a burden, it's not heavy, it's not some large obnoxious thing that's taking up a lot of space. The sizing and compacting form of this camera is a huge reason as to why it is one of the best. Trusting in the camera is going to be a huge importance, right? You want the camera to be able to get the shot. That is the point of being on the go. I don't think I need to explain the autofocus on the Sony lineup. Knowing that the camera is going to be able to get the shot that I want, a huge bonus, plus the cameras that I'm also talking about today, the a6600 and the other two that I mentioned, they all have flip screens. So if you're somebody that has to be able to see yourself up here, they have them, which is great for vlogging. And the reason I actually kind of prefer on a run and gun, more compact setup, the flip screen versus the flip out screen that we typically see in some of like the vlogging style cameras. Although it can get in the way with the hot shoe mount, which I'll show you how I bypass that in a little bit with a little adapter. I feel like the flip screen is just safer and more directly compact when it flips up versus out the side when I'm in places that maybe I don't want a big obnoxious camera to be. Out in public, around a lot of people, or maybe kind of like running around doing some some stuff. Just the feeling of having that screen, that flip out screen being on the side, sometimes it can get dangerous. Not saying that you can't like hit the top as well or run into something, but when it's just like right there in this nice little area, it just makes everything more compact and centered. Look like I have a scarf on with my new mask. Nice easy new mask on the Florida trip. Makes it easy to put it on. Another great thing about this camera is the ability to have like a film look. The ability to get like professional shots with it. Although I would not recommend buying this camera or the Sony cameras like this to specifically do film work per se. They get the job done. They make great color profiles for it to where you have a lot of work in editing, and they make for great second shooters. So like one huge benefit to me having this is my Sony a7R III is the main camera I use if I was to do a wedding, for example. Having something like this to go out and about on a day like today to vlog and just talk and have some run and gun, and to have it as like a second shooter for like weddings and other professional work, it makes it so clutch. Awesome to use, good stuff. All right, we are back in the office. So now I am on the Sony a7R Mark III. I wanted to switch over to this so I could actually show you what this run and gun setup looks like. Now I want to show you the con about these cameras. The biggest issue is the mount for your microphone is like right in the way where the screen flips up. So I actually have this adapter here so I can put my microphone on the right side. It's not an expensive mount, but it is kind of like an annoyance that you also have to do this. It's pros and cons, because a good thing about this camera is the internal microphone is actually pretty decent on it as well, which was a huge seller to me, because not all the time do I want this big giant external microphone, although it does sound good. Sometimes with vlogging, it's literally just all about the context of the message, getting the shot, not making sure it's the best audio in the world. I know that's where some creators are gonna crucify me, because it's like, no, if you wanna be like a higher quality content creator, you gotta make sure you're going above and beyond for those things. Let me tell you something, as creators, sometimes we do shit that like people don't even notice nor care about. And microphone quality, as long as it's good, not overly annoying, echoey crap, people are okay with it, especially if the message and the conversation is something that they're interested in. And there's just clarity to that conversation, and the internal microphone allows that. Honestly, there's a lot of times where I just use the internal microphone on this camera or the camera that you're watching me on now, and nobody even noticed the difference. Like nobody said anything about it. Also, I was really surprised at how well this camera actually does take photos. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like it's some crappy camera. This is a Sony a6600 we're talking about. It's an amazing camera. I've done a review on this before. I just have so much respect for the options that Sony gives us, and I'm really excited to see the options that they're giving us moving forward in the full frame lineup. But as of now, currently where I stand in 2020, this right here is my ultimate run and gun compact vlogging setup. It's not the best filmmaking camera, it's not the best photography camera, it's not the best YouTube camera on the market for the highest end YouTube production. It is, to me, once again, one final time, the best run and gun vlogging camera. I have to make that so clear, because so many people will, like throughout this video, guarantee you'll see in the comments, yeah, what about this camera? It takes much better photos. Well, what about this camera that's got 6K resolution? This is just my experience. I make videos daily, and this has been a huge tool in being able to do that. All right, everybody, let me know if you enjoyed today's video by hitting that like button. I'm gonna leave some links in the description of the video of some of the things that we talked about today. Let me know if you guys end up picking up one of these cameras and utilizing it for your vlogging setup. I would highly suggest for people that are looking for that one camera that kind of does it all, something for your vlogging, your kind of run and gun, sit down content creation, and maybe your live streams. These Sony cameras are amazing. Lots of options out there. Other than that, gang, that's all I got for you guys today. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications. I'm out. Peace. Deuces.